and welcome to Consulting Magazine's Rising Stars of the Profession recognition event. I'm Joe Kornick, the publisher and editor-in-chief of Consulting Magazine, coming to you today, as you can see, virtually from my home office here in New Jersey, as we celebrate this year's Rising Stars of the Profession. Everyone knows the firm with the best talent wins, and we'll prove it over the course of the next hour or so, as we highlight the best young talent the profession has to offer. And from where we sit, and I've been doing this for quite some time, this next generation of consultants is poised to do many great things. Today we'll highlight the rising stars of the profession, and for the first time ever, we've added the Rising Stars Ones to Watch, a listing of 20 consultants that we think it's worth keeping an eye on. So we'll be highlighting those at the end of our presentation. We decided to launch the Ones to Watch this year because, quite frankly, we received a lot more nominations than we typically do for this award. So the committee and I felt that if we just limited it to our 35 typically that we award, we'd be leaving too much talent on the sidelines. And we really wanted the opportunity to highlight the additional 20 consultants. So stay tuned for that. That's coming at the end of our awards presentation, where we'll honor our Ones to Watch. And now I'd like to begin our awards presentation with our industry sector awards. Our first one is in the category of energy, and our first award winner is Tricia Anklin of West Monroe Partners. Tricia is 29 and is Senior Manager of Energy and Utilities for West Monroe Partners, and says she's proud of building a brand for West Monroe within the water and utilities industry at such a pivotal time.
Hi, I'm Tricia Anklin, a Senior Manager in West Monroe's Energy and Utilities practice. I'm honored to be selected as one of Consulting's 2020 Rising Stars of the Profession. I started my career working in general business consulting and enjoyed the variety and challenge of working across different industries. A few years into my career, I was placed on a water utility project to help this utility transform their operations and customer experience. This project launched my career into the water industry, which has been an outlet for my passion for conserving our water resources and sustainability. So often, our water service is an afterthought, but water scarcity, contamination, and increasing costs have put the water industry in the spotlight in recent years. And this year, COVID and the ongoing wildfires out west have again focused the public's attention to the criticality of our water systems. 2020 has been an interesting year for everyone, and I'm grateful to be continuing to help water utilities adapt to the environment we're in today. From responding to the revenue impacts of COVID, to helping build digital platforms that help water utilities operate efficiently. I'm so fortunate to have some of the kindest, most innovative, and passionate clients in the water industry. Thank you for everything you've taught me, for your friendship, and for your commitment to this critical industry. I want to take a moment also to thank my colleagues at West Monroe who've been part of my journey on the Energy and Utilities team. Tom Holzbosch, Dan Belmont, Mike Wayman, Tim Vallon, Mike Patelski, and Jim McClanahan, thank you for taking a chance on me and for helping us set limitless sights on what we can achieve in the water industry. I also want to thank West Monroe's entire water team for being a part of this journey and for your passion and dedication to such an important industry. Thank you to Nate Ulrey, Lacey Shearer, Teresa Miller, Malcolm Friday, Brooke Scanlon, and Lauren Rooney for keeping me inspired and making every day of work fun, for the most part. I'm so honored to be a recipient of this award. Thank you to everyone here celebrating tonight, and cheers to the rest of the Rising Stars. Thank you.
Our next award is in the healthcare space, and it's Amit Shah of Paravita. Amit's 35 and says he decided to enter consulting to collaborate with the brightest talent and help others. He was interested in learning across industries and wanted the opportunity to create high-value outcomes, and he's done just that in the healthcare space. Our next award is in the high-tech sector, and it comes from Rafe Cassidi from Slalom. Rafe is 33 and is a solution principal with Slalom Consulting. Looking back, he says he's proud of having built lasting and trusting relationships with numerous clients through great delivery and doing the right thing. Our next award is for communications, and it's Rachel Chesley of FTI Consulting. Rachel's 30 and is a managing director for FTI and says she's proudest of the relationships she's been able to build with clients that have been going through some of their most challenging times ever.
Thank you. I first want to thank FTI as a firm for taking the time to invest and recognize talent. I want to thank my team, both the mentors and leaders that have enabled my work and trajectory, but also importantly, the teams that support me. I'm so proud to work alongside the incredibly smart and talented team at FTI. I want to thank my clients for putting their trust in me in their most difficult moments. And I want to thank my family, my parents, my in-laws, but especially my husband, Andrew, who makes it possible every day for me to be my whole multifaceted self. That's a professional, that's a mom, that's a spouse, and a person with goals and aspirations. Last but not least, as a young mom, I do want to end with a plug for supporting families with resources and paid leave across the board. That's for moms, for dads, for single parents, parents who are adopting, and then support as people transition back to work authentically and in the manner that works for them. I wouldn't be here without that infrastructure. I'm proud to be at a firm that's working on those issues every day, and I want to underscore that in professional services, investing in people is investing in your business. So thank you. This is an honor, and I really appreciate it.
Our next award is in the public sector, and it's for Kelsey Coleman of Huron. Kelsey's 29 and is a director and is proud of the growing team at Huron and the inclusive and collaborative culture the firm continues to develop as it serves its clients.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelsey Coleman. I'm a director at Huron where I work in the higher education practice. I am so humbled to have been selected among a fantastic group of my peers for this recognition from Consulting Magazine as a rising star of the profession in 2020 in the public sector. I want to also thank Huron for the nomination and the many leaders at Huron who have supported me along the way. Jason Mobius for encouraging me to create new ways to do work and creating the space for me to become a leader in our workday practice. Ryan McHugh for showing me what it takes to run large teams and programs and giving me the opportunity to do the same. Mike Champa, my coach, for helping me navigate my career growth at Huron from day one. Joy Walton for showing me what it looks like to be a strong female leader in consulting. My broader Huron family for being amazing individuals to work with every single day, and for listening to each of my many new ideas. And my actual family for encouraging me to work hard, speak my mind, and stand up for what I believe. My favorite part of consulting is absolutely solving problems with our clients. Whether it's people, process, or technology, you'll find me at the whiteboard, ready to go. I also enjoy mentoring other team members and encouraging others to share their ideas. When I think about what this award means to me, I think about the ways it will help me expand my platform to reach more people at Huron and encourage the growth of future rising stars. While this wasn't the event we had planned, I'm happy to be here with all of you this evening in a virtual environment. Thank you.
Our next category is manufacturing, and it's Luis Lopez Garay of Crow. Luis is 27 years old and is consulting manager with Crow, and says he's excited about continuing to drive innovation and creativity at the firm and within the consulting profession, specifically in the manufacturing sector. Moving on to our next category, it's financial services, and we have 3 winners in this category, the first being Matthew Fox of North Highland. Matthew is 35 and says, "Don't sacrifice great to get to perfection. Pick the things that really matter and that you can impact." It sure has worked for Fox, who started out as a junior consultant and has grown into a client leader at North Highland. Our next winner is Cognizant's Neha Lanu. She's 35 and is a senior consultant in Cognizant's banking and financial services practice and has more than 9 years of global consulting experience in geographies including India, Singapore, and the US.
Hello everyone, my name is Neha and I have been awarded the Rising Star of the Profession for excellence in financial services. I would like to begin by saying that this is a huge privilege and an absolute honor to receive the award. Having grown up in a small town, Patna in India, to today being recognized in such a prestigious forum It emboldens my faith in the virtues of meritocracy, equality, and above all, the ability of women to excel in an extremely and highly competitive world of consulting. However, when it comes to gender equality, we still have a long way to go. In a year marked by crisis and uncertainties, the corporate world is truly at a crossroad today. The choices companies make today will have consequences on gender equality for decades to come. It is our collective responsibility to take decisions that will make work more sustainable for women employees by resetting the norms around work flexibility. Talking about myself, the consulting career always intrigued me because of the vast global opportunities of problem solving it offers. The sheer nimbleness it demands, along with the need to keep oneself abreast with the industry-leading trends, always fascinated me towards a career in consulting. During my career in Cognizant, I have been fortunate enough to have my consulting stints across US, Singapore, and India. I have played multiple roles in driving complex transformation programs for top digital banks. In my current assignment, I am helping one of the largest American banks in its digital journey by leading the modernization of its core banking platform to microservices and cloud using domain-driven design principles. This program basically is helping bank in attaining better alignment with its business strategy and objectives, reducing the operational risk, and enhancing the technological relevance by making the platform nimbler and future-proof. I would like to end by sincerely thanking my Cognizant leadership team, Philip, Amit, Sanghosh, and Loy, who have always bestowed immense faith in me and always gave me an opportunity to work for marquee programs. Lastly, I would like to thank my esteemed clients, colleagues, and family. Thank you so much.
Our final winner in the financial services category is Lisa Moss of EY. Lisa's 34 and moved into consulting after spending nearly 7 years in the financial services industry. She was looking for a challenge and to broaden her technical skill set and responsibilities, and said she found it all at EY.
I'm Lisa Moss, and I'm extremely honored and humbled to be recognized as a rising star in consulting. I'm so appreciative of my sponsors and mentors at EY, including Peter Marshall, Chinji Yang, and Peter Davis. They continue to support and invest in my career, and I couldn't be more thankful. I also want to acknowledge and thank my colleagues and team members. There's too many to name, but I'm so appreciative of the talented, bright, and hardworking individuals that sit beside me every day. Finally, thank you to Consulting Magazine for recognizing me and the other honorees. It's certainly inspiring to be amongst a group of people that have a shared passion for problem solving and serving our clients. Thank you.
Next up are the Consulting Service Lines Award, and our first category is Strategy Consulting, and there are 6 winners in this category. The first being Michael Ciato of Genpact. Michael's 33, Vice President, Genpact Supply Chain Services and Solution Lead, and says the consistent intellectual challenges of consulting and being faced with new problems daily is what he loves about the profession. Our next winner is Eric Harder of Cognizant. Eric is 32 and a senior manager within Cognizant Consulting's banking and financial services practice, where he leads projects related to digital strategy. He's led the creation of capital expenditure estimates totaling over $10 million for top 5 banks.
Hello everyone, I'm Eric Harder, and I want to thank you for the honor of being a recipient of Consulting Magazine's Rising Star of the Profession Award. Over the last 10 years, I gotta say I've been in the trenches, but time's absolutely flown by. To have a respected magazine in the industry reach out and acknowledge the efforts is something I'm very proud of and take humility in. First and foremost, I hope all of your families are staying healthy and safe during these trying times. I, for one, cannot wait for some normalcy. As for a little bit about myself and why we are here today, I'm currently a senior manager within Cognizant's banking financial services practice, focusing on consumer lending, but obviously that's not where this all started. During undergrad, I double majored in accounting and finance and was set to graduate during the financial crisis. Going into my senior year, I took an internship at PwC, auditing various private equity and hedge funds, and ultimately received a full-time offer. Given the ambiguity in the financial services at the time, the risk-averse and probably the smart decision would have been to just take the offer, but that wasn't me. I didn't feel as though I was bringing value to my clients that I truly earned for, as well as, frankly, people aren't super excited to have an auditor walking around their floors. I turned down the offer, reapplied at the same firm, and ultimately the rest is history. Over the last couple of years at Cognizant, I've led projects as it relates to robotics, application modernization, mortgage process re-engineering, privacy, and more recently in the mortgage digital servicing space for a top 5 bank. Prior to Cognizant, I worked at PwC and EY, focusing on mortgage transformation, mergers and acquisitions, as well as small business benchmarking. At my time at PwC, I actually ended up winning the MVP award for my level. Besides hard work, and I mean really hard work, to be consulting is about the journey, personal growth, being intellectually curious, as well as building emotional intelligence, all of which do not have an endpoint, as well as allow me to be a better partner, mentor, leader, and person overall. Watching others succeed and bringing them along with the journey is truly what gets me up in the morning and drives me forward. With great leadership at Cognizant, I'm beyond excited for what the future has to come. Throughout this process of being nominated and selected as a finalist for the Rising Stars of the Profession Award, I have seen just how much my colleagues, as well as family, friends, and wife support me, many of which are here with us tonight. Receiving this award has always been a really unspoken goal of mine, and I'm beyond ecstatic. Being recognized is an affirmation of all the hard work and late nights that I put in, they didn't go unnoticed. And for that, I'd like to thank all of you.
Our next winner is Jordan Henry of Eagle Hill Consulting. Jordan is 34 and a director at Eagle Hill, where he says he's most proud of launching Eagle Hill's Seattle practice, its first outside of Washington, D.C., building it from scratch into a fast-growing business.
Hey everyone, I wish we could celebrate together in person, but I hope you're having a great evening at home and staying safe. Just want to take a moment here to say thank you so much for this award. It's a big honor, and I'm feeling incredibly grateful to be recognized alongside so many talented professionals in the consulting industry. When I think about what this award means to me, it's really about two things. One, the clients who we work with at Eagle Hill Consulting, and second, the teams and our people who deliver that work. So first, I'm extremely proud of the work that we do at Eagle Hill and on behalf of our clients, and the impact that work has had on moving their organizations forward, particularly in these times today. Also, Eagle Hill Consulting is based in Washington, D.C. on the East Coast, so it's been a rewarding and challenging opportunity for me personally to launch our Seattle practice here on the West Coast and to work with an entirely different mix of diverse and exciting clients locally here. Second is our people. So I feel so grateful to work with all of the amazing colleagues that I've had the chance to work with at Eagle Hill, and our shared experiences and journeys together. So, when client projects change and our client environments change, one of the constants at Eagle Hill has been for me working with wonderful colleagues. So as we all know, consulting is truly a team sport. And I think this award recognizes that, both our client-facing teams and our internal teams, and I'm really proud of what we've all accomplished together. So again, just want to say thank you to Consulting Magazine and Eagle Hill for considering me for this award, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Thanks.
Our next strategy winner is Mallory Motley of Marsh. Mallory is 35 and a senior managing consultant at Marsh Risk Consulting. She says she is privileged enough to work at a company that enables her to work with a wide array of clients and colleagues. Our next winner is KPMG's Andrew Nolan. Andrew is 33 and a partner with the firm, and says the constant evolution of consulting is what excites him most about his career. That, and being admitted into the KPMG partnership, are among his proudest accomplishments thus far. Our final honoree in the strategy category is John Snow of Emergent Method. John is 34 and says helping to grow the once nascent Emergent Method from just a few people who liked working together to the 100-plus employee firm it is today is one of his proudest career achievements. Next category is Operations Management, and we have 3 winners in this category. The first being Protivity's Kizzy Gift. Kizzy is 33 and an Associate Director, Business Process Improvement at Protivity, and says mentoring and meeting new talent is what she loves the most about her consulting career.
Hi everyone, I'm Kizzy Gift, Associate Director at Protivity in our Business Performance Improvement practice. I am truly honored to receive this recognition from Consulting Magazine for excellence in operations management. Many thanks to my CEO, the executive team, BPI leaders, and my mentor for this nomination and your unwavering support throughout my career. You know, one of the reasons I joined consulting is because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. And this year, more so than ever due to COVID-19, I saw what an immediate impact we can make to our clients' lives, both personally and professionally. You see, one morning I woke up to news that one of my clients had to shut down operations almost immediately because of government mandated laws because of COVID-19. They were in such a panic and just didn't know what to do. And when I shared this with my team members, they were willing to work overtime, even in international time zones, just to keep the client's operations going. You see, this is what I like about Protivity the most. The fact that we put people first. It's something that's just embedded in our culture, in our people, and quite frankly, how we execute our work. You see, while we may incorporate digitalization and innovation at the core of solving complex client issues in a modern and agile world, we understand that people come first. This is why I'm very proud to work at Protivity. So tonight, I want to recognize 2 groups of people, my Protivity family and my personal family. Tonight would not be possible without them and the roles that each of them have played in my life. In fact, this award is testament to the strong support system that I have, inclusive of my family, my parents, my friends, and my colleagues. Thank you.
Our next winner is Brett Gazelt of Myrtle Consulting Group. Brett is 34 and a manager of transformation at Myrtle, and says he received some great advice early in his career. Learning never stops, take in everything you can, stay humble, and just be the best person you can be. Our final winner in the operations management category is MainPoint's Katie Ward. Katie is 34, an analysis director at MainPoint with more than 10 years of consulting experience, working with over 50 clients to assess areas of opportunity within their global supply chains. Our next category is information technology, and we have 2 winners in this category. The first being Nick Britton of Protivity. Nick is 30 and an associate director with Protivity, and counts the development of the firm's attack and penetration testing team in the Dallas market among his proudest accomplishments, helping clients proactively identify security issues.
Hi, I'm Nick Britton, and I'd like to thank Consulting Magazine for naming me one of the rising stars of the profession for 2020. 2020 has been a crazy year for me, like most. In February of this year, I was actually married, and I found out that I had won the award the night before my wedding, which was an amazing time. In March, things obviously changed with COVID-19 and the global pandemic, and I spent a long time trying to figure out exactly what it meant to be a consultant if I couldn't hop on a plane and go see my clients face to face. I have to credit Protivity's leadership and strategic vision for allowing us to stay successful and relevant in a crazy time. I have to also thank a few people who have been instrumental in my career and allowing me to get to the point where I could win this award. My local Dallas leadership team, Susan, Sharon, Matt, Jacob, everyone, thank you for always saying yes to my crazy ideas and allowing me to grow the practice in Dallas. To the Attack and Pen practice, Chrissy, Tom, everyone in Dallas and across the globe, thank you guys so much for the amazing work that you do and supporting the ideas that I have. To my mom and dad and my brother, thank you so much for instilling in me a work ethic that would allow me to be successful in consulting. Last but not least, my amazing wife, Amber. Thank you so much for supporting me both professionally and personally. I couldn't do any of this without you.
Our next winner is Kevin Carr of Shellman & Company. Kevin is 28 and says he's proud of the FedRAMP division he helped build at Shellman. When he joined in 2016, the firm had a fairly small FedRAMP market share, but in just 3 years' time, it's grown to become the second largest player in the market. Our next category is financial consulting, and we have 2 winners in this area. The first being Marty Canavi of FTI Consulting. Marty is 34 and is a managing director at FTI, and says the biggest factor to his success has been a willingness to extend himself and say yes to things, even if they're a little bit outside of his comfort zone.
First, I'd like to thank Consulting Magazine for this award. It's an honor to be recognized as a rising star of the profession and to be included among the other recipients of this award. I fell into the world of consulting, and when I began my career, I had no idea where it would take me. I certainly did not expect to win any awards. But in this path, I've found something that I love to do, and I've had the opportunity to work with the most amazing people. It's been a winding road with many stories and challenges along the way, but it's been incredibly rewarding, and it's something that I would not trade for anything. But I would really not be here where I am today if not for several mentors that I've had in my career. Their guidance, advice, and the opportunities that they've given me to grow and to prove myself are what led me here. And for that, I give them my deepest thanks. I also need to thank my family, including my parents. I would not be who I am today without them. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank my wife and my daughter, without whose love and support, none of this would be possible. Thanks.
Our next winner is John Tillow of Clearsulting. John is 32 and says he's had the opportunity to work with some amazing team members at Clearsulting. Nothing is more rewarding than seeing team members develop their skill sets and turn weaknesses into strengths, he says. Our next 7 awards are in the area of client service. And our first winner is Chinmoy Bhatia of Capco. Chinmoy is 33 and is a managing principal who says that his success thus far all boils down to the people in his life, both professionally and personally.
Hey everyone, I'm Chinmoy Bhatia from Capco. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. I just wanted to express how truly thrilled and grateful I am to receive this honor. I owe my success entirely to my support network, both personal and professional. My family and my friends have been a constant source of strength for me throughout my career. Without their motivation, I would be nowhere. However, I have also been fortunate to have great coaches and mentors who have taught me to solve problems with empathy and have actively enabled me to follow my instincts. And while I am proud to be receiving this honor, I will be the first to acknowledge that I would have accomplished nothing without the talented and energetic individuals that I've had the pleasure of teaming up with in the past. Their tireless efforts have enabled me to be worthy of such recognition. This award really holds a special place in my heart. As I saw my peers receive the honor through past years, I frequently found myself idly daydreaming about what it would be like to be an honoree someday. And now that the daydream has been realized, I find myself incredibly humbled. Yet I am excited that I must now hold myself to a greater standard as an advisor, a leader, a learner for my firm as well as my clients. It's a thrilling time to be a consultant and to help our clients navigate uncharted waters, and I'm eager to see what the future may bring. Thanks a lot and have a great evening.
Our next winner is Wade Bajebri of Kearney. Wade is 31, a manager in the consumer goods and retail practice, and says 3 things excite him about his career. 1, the people. 2, the ability to be on the leading edge of key topics. And 3, seeing tangible impact with clients.
Hi, My name is Wade Jubry, and I'm a principal with Kearney in our consumer practice. I got to start by thanking a few people. First, my parents, mom, dad, you guys are the best, so supportive, always pushed me to reach my potential, told me to follow my dreams, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. Second, my fiance Megan, she's my rock. She is there every single day. I think all of us who have a spouse or significant other, as consultants, know it is not an easy task, and she does an amazing job at it. You're really the best, thank you. Lastly, my team, a lot of them are here today. Greg, Tim, Leslie, Steve, Tanya, the list goes on and on. I can't thank you guys enough. You're some of the best consultants, some of the smartest people I know, and it's a joy to get to work with each of you every single day. As someone who had a non-traditional path to consulting, I always looked at it as this proving ground, and it wasn't really on my radar coming out of undergrad, but as I got into industry, I started looking at a lot of the executives that I looked up to and I aspired to be like, and I realized that they had done their time in consulting at one point or another. So I always looked at it and said, hey, if I can cut it there, I'm going to be able to make it and do some important things in life. So getting an award like this means so much to me. It shows me that I can do it. I've reached that proving ground, and I really look forward to continuing my career in consulting and continue to drive value for clients and work with those amazing people that I mentioned. Thank you all so much.
Our next winner is Justin Craigwell Graham of LEK Consulting. Justin is 32, a senior manager in LEK Consulting's retail and consumer products practice, where he's focused on the food and beverage sector, advising Fortune 500 companies and leading financial buyers across the food and beverage value chain.
Hello, my name is Justin Craigwell Graham, and I am a senior manager at LEK Consulting. I have been honored to receive the 2020 Rising Stars of the Profession for excellence in client services. I, like most people, never thought I would spend 10 years in consulting when I joined LEK Chicago almost 10 years ago to this date. At LEK, the work has certainly been challenging, but it's been very deep and rewarding. I love the fact that the clients have come to me during and after projects for advice and insights to help drive their strategic goals. I'm also proud of being part of a changing culture at a fast-growing company that's made the consulting lifestyle more manageable and attainable for all instead of just a few. Someone once told me that your career is not a straight line. In January 2019, I actually left the consulting world and decamped to a small country in East Africa on the other side of the world to work for a family startup. I'm thankful for the lessons and varied experiences I gained during that time. Thankful that LEK was so accommodating to let me leave, pursue my passions for an extended period of time, and even more thankful in this new world we live in where aspirations and moves are more limited. Consulting is certainly a baptism by fire, and to understand the intricacies of how business operates, succeed, and strategize, I wouldn't have been able to do this without thanking a few people. First, the many associates, consultants, and core service team members I've worked with in the past and present. LEK's global and US leadership in Stuart Jackson and Rob Work through leading us through so many years of growth and ably steering us through the coronavirus pandemic. My consumer MDs, and specifically my food and beverage MDs, Manny Pachola, Maria Steingoltz, and Rob Wilson, we truly have made LEK F&B a force to reckon with in the market. And then lastly, my family, mom, dad, brother, and sister, for always supporting me unconditionally through all my pursuits. Thank you, everyone.
Our next honoree in the client service category is Tracy Dasgupta of RSM. Tracy is 34 and has advanced up the ladder at RSM at an impressive pace, making partner in 2019, an achievement that she obviously counts among her most proudest achievements so far in her career.
Hi, I'm Tracy Dasgupta. I'm a partner with RSM, and I just want to start off by saying how honored I am to be recognized as a rising star by Consulting Magazine. A lot of the other folks that were included in this group are very impressive, so it is an honor. I'm very thankful to be included within that and recognized this year. As far as the number one achievement I would point to throughout my career, the thing that really comes to mind are the relationships that I've built. One thing that I absolutely love about consulting is, it really is about some of those relationships that you're able to cultivate with your clients. For me, it's private equity firms where they're making some really key investment decisions, and in those critical moments, they're picking up the phone and giving you a call and asking your advice. I find that very, very exciting. But also internally in our firm, I've been very fortunate throughout my career to be mentored by a lot of people. And I always keep that in mind and make sure that I'm mentoring people below me as well, so that we have, future rising stars coming up the ranks. So, really just want to say thank you again. It means a lot to me, and hope everyone's well.
Our next recipient is Liberty Advisory Group's Dave Leopold. Dave is 35 and says he got some advice his first year in consulting that he didn't appreciate until only a couple of years ago. In consulting, despite whatever else is going on, always do what's best for the client, he says. Our next winner is Deloitte's Lauren Teagarden. Lauren is 32 and is part of Deloitte Consulting's customer and marketing practice, where she advises leading consumer-facing companies on how to elevate the human experience across their customers, workforce, and partners. Our final recipient in the client service category is Matt Wills of ZS. Matt is 33 and is a leader on ZS's forecasting team, and says always having a willingness to try something new has certainly been one of the keys to his success thus far in his career. Our next category is leadership, and we have 6 winners in that category. The first one is Spalding Ridge's John Berenger. John is 28, and about 2 years ago, John left a larger, more established firm to help start Spalding Ridge. In a relatively short period of time, he helped build a team of 200 consultants delivering best-in-cloud solutions.
Hi, my name's John Beringer, and I'm a partner at Spalding Ridge, and I was recently named one of Consulting Magazine's Rising Stars of the Profession. Really proud to be a part of what we're building here at Spalding Ridge. We truly believe that we're building something different, and while I've certainly made some bets in my career, joining to help get me to where I am, and joining Spalding Ridge is certainly one of those. Also, higher education consulting and getting into the DocuSign business. It's really the people who bet on you that make all the difference in your life. And I'd certainly like to mention the fellow leaders here at Spalding Ridge that have bet on me, and having the opportunity to learn from folks like Jay Lobbs and Scott Song, and the rest of our leadership team that Spalding Ridge has really helped kind of shape me into the consultant I've become. Here at Spalding Ridge, we believe that all business is personal, and I really do believe that shows through in our delivery with our clients, certainly our relationships with our partners, and the relationships we have with all of our team members. Business is really about the names on the business cards, not the logos. And certainly, would be remiss not to thank the rest of the band here at Spalding Ridge. We really have a special team here, and we couldn't be doing what we're doing without them. Certainly my wife for her patience with me, especially with all the years of Monday through Friday travel that I'm sure she's very thankful that COVID has put a stop to. And my parents and my sister for their ongoing support. Thank you all.
Our next honoree is AlixPartners' Rhody Blow. Rhody is 33 and is a director in the turnaround and restructuring practice for AlixPartners, and says the thing that excites him most about his consulting career is the variety of experiences he gets to tackle day in and day out. Our next honoree in the leadership category is Lauren DeVestern of LEK Consulting. Lauren is 31 and a principal in LEK's consumer products practice, and is an emerging thought leader on sustainability. She's proud she's helped build and grow the Women's Network Group and broader diversity initiatives across LEK.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren DeVester and I'm a principal at LEK Consulting, and I am thrilled to accept the award for Excellence in Leadership today. I'm sure we would all rather be at the dinner right now, but nevertheless, very thankful and humbled to receive the award. I want to start by thanking my team at LEK. It's nice to win an award, of course, but more important than that is the nomination in the first place. It really does mean a lot that they recognize the hard work and some of the aspects of this job that are particularly important to me. The first area within that would be leadership in diversity and inclusivity. It's something I've been passionate about since day one on the job, and I know LEK is really passionate about it too. I played 10 years ago when I joined the firm a small role, with others in building the Women's Network from its infancy, and have contributed to other initiatives since then. But the firm has done so much, and they continue to do a lot, and this continues to be an area we're all working on. So very thankful for the recognition, but also know that there's more to do and promise to do more in this area. The second area that I want to thank them again is around thought leadership. Because at LEK I was enabled and I was encouraged to specialize very early in my career. For me, I'm dedicated to the consumer practice, and within that I specialize in a few areas: the pet industry, beauty and personal care, and other areas within consumer, mainly fashion and health and wellness. But it means that I am a better expert, I'm a better thought leader for my clients, and it also makes the job more enjoyable. So I think that's a huge part of why I chose this career for myself. So anyway, thank you again. It really does mean a lot, and I have to thank the LEK team, but give a particular shout out to the consumer practice. Bye everyone.
Our next honoree is Eric Nelson of Logic 2020. Eric is 35 and says he's very proud of the promotion he received to director because he's the only person in the organization thus far who was hired as a consultant and was promoted to the director position. Impressive for sure. Our next rising star is Mike Stevens of EY. Mike is 34 and is senior manager at EY, and he says spending more time at fewer clients, he's only had 10 in his 12 years, has led to his success in delivering long-term, sustainable value to his clients.
Hi everyone, Mike Stevens here from EY Consulting. First, I want to say what an honor it is to accept this award alongside so many other accomplished consultants. A big thank you to Consulting Magazine for selecting me from a field of an amazingly talented group of consultants. And I also want to say thank you to my EY leadership for nominating me for this award. We have such a strong group of great young consultants, any of which could have been nominated for this. A big, important thank you to me, to my teams, my current and my past teams that challenge me day in and day out to be a better consultant, a better leader, and overall just a better person. Thank you so much to my teams. And finally, I want to say thank you to my clients. If it weren't for our clients, none of us would really be accepting this award or be in a position to. My current clients, my former clients, they partner with us every day to help bring the power of EY to help transform their businesses and make a lasting impact. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you to Consulting Magazine. Thanks to everyone that helped make this possible. Truly appreciate the recognition.
Our final recipient, and in the leadership category, is Point B's Russell Fessing. Russell's 35 and says having clients across various industries and focused on different outcomes has led to a rapid increase of his consulting capabilities, offering him a unique skill set with points of view from multiple angles. Well, that concludes our Rising Stars of the Profession, our 35 under 35. And as I mentioned in my introductory remarks, we also have our ones to watch, and I would like to recognize our ones to watch now. Our ones to watch this year for 2020, Nate Akers of Guidehouse, he's 32 years old. Mark Allen of HBR Consulting, age 35. Alex Arnold of NTT Data, just 26 years of age. Not to be outdone, Margaret Brown, just 25 years old, from Midtown Consulting Group. IBM's Elizabeth Caudle, age 32. Scott Caldwell of Washington Business Dynamics, he's 32. Brittany Christian, 34 years old, from JBN. Daria Aromaz of Charles Rivers Associates, 34 years of age. Beyond 20's Lauren Foyles, she's 30. Carl Foss of the Hackett Group, age 32. Charlotte Fuller of Avanade, age 29. Rachel Makua of Open Symmetry, age 30. 29-year-old Brandon Miller of Clarkston Consulting. Daughtry Business Solutions, Chad Mitchell, he's 31 years old. Erica Nelson of AREIT, 30 years old. Nashad Parpia of Plative, 30 years old. Morgan Franklin Consulting, Sean Ricker, 32 years of age. Samir Saif of BDO, 32 years old. Bearing Point's Jonathan Stevens, age 29. And finally, Propeller's David Wolski, age 33. Well, that concludes our Rising Stars of the Profession event. In all, we celebrated 55 consultants, 35 Rising Stars, and 20 ones to watch, which is amazing. Congratulations to all of our winners. Job well done. You are clearly making an impact across the profession at a very young age. Keep up the good work. We know the future of consulting is in good hands, thanks to you. Again, everyone, thanks for your time today. Have a great evening. Congratulations to all of our recipients.